What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I just wanted to record a few quick thoughts I had. Today was a little bit harder of a day for me, so I was reflecting on some of my past experiences. A few weeks ago, I had a really cool experience that kind of helped me get through some hard times. So, um, a lot of you guys know that I work at a golf course, or if you listen to this podcast, you probably know that just because I always say that, like, I work at a golf course. Anyway, I work at a golf course, and we have to pick the range like every day. Which basically what we do is we go out in the picker, which is like just a little cart, like a gated cart, so we don't get hit. And we drive, and it basically just picks up all the balls. And so I have a lot of time when I'm in the picker. It usually takes a few hours. And so that's usually when I'll like think or like listen to a podcast. Sometimes I'll call my mom or Mitch or whatever. Anyway, point is I have time. But a few weeks ago, I was having a really hard time, a really hard week actually, and I was pretty down. I was just barely making it through work and just feeling pretty hopeless and whatever. And I got a call from my mom, which is weird because first of all, she knew I was at work, and second of all, she's usually pretty busy in like the afternoons just because she's taking care of my siblings or making dinner or whatever. She's a mom. She's a busy mom. So it was kind of weird. I was like, oh. So I answered, and she basically started telling me that um, she's like, hey, Tommy, I just want to say, like, I was talking to someone today, and they mentioned that your podcast was really helpful for one of their daughters and whatever, and just shared a few experiences that she had of people saying that the podcast was helpful. And at this time I wasn't really recording any podcasts just because I was pretty like insecure. I just didn't feel like I had a lot to say. I didn't feel like, you know, who am I to give any like life help to people that are far more successful or better off. I don't know. I just felt like insecure. And she's like, I think what you're doing is really great, and blah blah blah, whatever. And just kind of went on and kind of expressed like how she's like, Tommy, I know like your friends seem like they're a lot farther ahead, and in some senses they are, with career, or they're getting married or whatever. But you aren't behind. Like, you're learning so many good things, and this is gonna bless your life, and you're battling, and um, you're learning insights and wisdom to help you get through and prosper eventually. And she's like, however long that takes, like, I just want you to know that you're doing good. And then she kind of said something that I wrote down just because uh, it meant so much to me. But she said, Tommy, Tommy, you've done so much good. I'm so proud of you. I could not be happier about where you are in your life right now. And I know that seems like whatever, but when she said that, I just like started crying. I was just like so emotional, and it felt like she's like, "What? Like, what's wrong? Are you sad?" And I was like, "No, I'm just like so emotional, and like I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just happy but relieved." And she's like, "Why? What's wrong?" And I was like, "I've just always wanted to be something, you know? I've always wanted to be, from a young age, like I've always wanted to be like a really good person. I really wanted to like make a difference and feel like just like be something. I don't know, like just be worth something." Um and she's like, "Oh, whatever." And it was just cool. Like, obviously you like assume that your mom's proud of you, or think that she would say that, but it was just a cool experience for her to like actually like say like, I'm really proud of you, and like I couldn't be happier about where you are. And it was just, anyway, got off the phone. I'm like sitting in the picker, just like crying and just relieved, and just this feeling of like peace. over me. And anyway, I start picking, and I'm just thinking about the whole experience and how like weird it was. Like I got so emotional, and I just have a big smile on my face. Like I just felt so good and so happy. And I'm sure like if someone saw me, they would have been like, "What in the world? Like, does he just love picking the range or something?" Which no, I don't actually. So the fact that I was smiling even shows you how more happy I was, or whatever, you know. But basically, I was just thinking about this, and I was like, first of all, what is it that changed? You know, like nothing changed in my life. Like I still was struggling with a lot of the same things. Like I was still picking the range. I still didn't feel like I have a lot of purpose in my life. But like all of a sudden, my whole outlook and everything that I felt was different. And I just thought, like, man, how powerful is that to have someone like to feel like someone is proud of you. And hello, sorry, someone's knocking my. What? What's up? Will, I'm recording a podcast, bro. Okay, I'm sorry you can't sleep. Keep trying. But I have to get back to this because I'm recording. I can't stop it. All right, love you, bro. Anyway, sorry if you were listening on the podcast. Will came in, my little brother. But anyway, I'm not gonna restart because I forgot what I was saying. Dang it. Um, I just thought like how powerful is it and how like life changing or just like mental state, like what shift can you have in your mind if you really think that someone's proud of you, or if you're proud of yourself, maybe, I don't know. But then I was thinking about it, I was like, the significance of this is not only that my mom's proud of me, but also that she knows me and knows my weaknesses and struggles and shortcomings better than anyone else in the world. Like she's seen me at my darkest times. She knows like when I lose patience with my brother, or I'm, you know, selfish and I don't want to help with the dishes when I'm in a bad spot. You know, she sees everything and has seen everything. And so the fact that she's proud of me was super significant, and I guess a little more shocking that she would even say that. And so I guess I started thinking about this, and I was like, well, if my mom has seen everything and seen how weak I am and awful, whatever, or however I feel sometimes, I'm not saying that I am awful, but um, like, is it possible that like maybe God's proud of me? Like, is that possible? Is that a possibility? Like right now, in my state of just struggle and selfishness and weakness, that He's like actually like not only like okay and patient with me, but like maybe proud of me. Like maybe like, hey Tommy, like you have a hard thing to deal with, and you've actually not exceeded my expectations because He's God, He knows everything, but like you're killing it. Even though you have so many weaknesses, like just keep on this path and you'll get there. Um, and that just really started expanding my mind because I thought, you know, how would I live differently if God, I thought that God was always proud of me. Like I just think I would be more resilient. I would be happier. I'd be more like positive and joyful. I would feel more peace. I I don't know. Like I just would feel like better. And so um I guess I was just thinking about that. I was like, how many people think that they're just failing and falling short, but maybe God's just totally proud of them. And I can see this actually because um I have met tons of people uh, that have struggled with like really big issues, like things that I've never struggled with, like really bad, like addictions and like toxic marriages and whatever. And I'm thinking of one particular instance, but the point is there was a guy that really struggled and with a lot of things, and he was a good guy. He was trying his best, but he was, you know, dealing with a lot of sin in his life, and he actually came to me when I was dealing with some of my mental health issues, and I was talking to him, and he was he kind of gave me some advice and just like really loved me and was there for me. And I remember like leaving and just being like, I have so much respect for this guy. Like he is the coolest guy. And on the outward like resume, you might not think that, but he had been through a lot in his life. You know, he came from a hard situation, whatever. And I just remember being like, that's one of my heroes. And, you know, if I was God or whatever, if I was like his parent, I would be like, you know, I'm proud of him, even in his weakness. And I think that like maybe God is, you know, or I think God is. And so I don't know, I'm kind of getting to a ramble, but I guess just to close it up, all sometimes I write like little essays or whatever just when I have like a cool experience happen. But this is what I wrote a few weeks ago. I said, my perfectionist attitude is blinding me to a major truth that God is proud of me despite my shortcomings. He is proud and could not be happier about where I am in my life right now. Of course, he sees my potential and wants me to continue to improve, but weakness does not disqualify you from God's love and appreciation for your efforts to come to him, however small. How many of us are waiting for the day when God will be proud of us? The reality is, we do not have to wait. If we are trying, however imperfectly, he is proud. And I know that's not an easy thing to think because soon after that feeling came, it was gone. And soon after that almost euphoric feeling of just like, I'm okay came, I was quickly insecure again. I quickly, even to my mom, was like, I know you think I'm a loser. Um, but so I'm not saying it's easy, but I would say that if you feel lost or you feel hopeless or you feel like you're not good enough and you're just keep battling every day to feel like maybe someday God will be proud of you, I challenge you to think about to explore the idea that maybe he already is proud. And maybe pray for that. Maybe pray that you'll feel God's love, and not only his love, but his admiration for you and for your willingness to fight and turn to him. And anyway, yeah, that was kind of a short one, just a quick thought, but keep it up, guys. All the people that listen and reach out, I love you all. You give me a lot of hope because just the fact that people listen makes me realize that there's other people out there like me, and there's other people that are going through it, and we're all just doing our best. And anyway, I will see you guys later.